Good afternoon, students. So today we are going to learn about Earnfist theorem. Okay, actually, Earnfist theorem is a correlation between classical mechanics and quantum mechanics. That means, in Earnfist theorem, what happens? We uh, wave pack if you reduce a wave packet. So actually, what is wave packet? If you use pen here, so suppose this one is your wave packets. Okay, it is like that. In quantum mechanics we have to explain motion of a particle as a wave. Okay, so actually it is a group of waves, so it is a wave packet. When this wave packet reduces to the single point of motion of a single point, this is your which mechanics? Quantum mechanics. So, and point motion, that is given by your which mechanics? Classical mechanics. So that means your quantum mechanical laws will be reduces to the your classical mechanics. So this is to be done by Earnfist theorem. That means if you take a average measurement of any observable quantity, so okay, here what happens, we have taken the average measurement of this position coordinate, okay, x dx by dt, and taking its differentiation, then this equation will be equals to the momentum divided by mass, expectation value of momentum divided by. So this is a Newton's second law of motion, which is, and force is equals to rate of change of momentum. So this is also Newton's law of motion. So these two laws are now classical mechanics laws, which has to be derived from your quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics means we have to use the concept of expectation value of a momentum. So that we are going to learn now. So first upon, we have to show that expectation value of momentum. What we have to show is here that expectation value of this momentum is equals to mass into differentiation with respect to the time, the expectation value of a this position coordinate. Okay, so that we have to learn now. So we see that how to derive this first part of this Earnfist theorem. Okay, so for this we have to derive the relation. I have to use pen here. Okay, so we will use the black ink. So first upon, what is this? This one is known as your expectation value of a position coordinate. Okay, you know that in quantum mechanics how to write expectation value. This is written as minus infinity to plus infinity. First we will take complex conjugate of a wave function psi star, this x momentum position operator psi into dx. Okay, so this is the expectation value of a position coordinate or position quantity. Okay, now what you have to take is that we have to consider that psi is a normalized wave function. Psi is a normalized wave function. Why I have said that psi is a normalized wave function? If psi is a normalized wave function, then what happens? Its integration psi star psi into dx, this value should equals to 1 if it is the normalized. So in expectation value we have to write this quantity in the denominator, but this psi star psi into dx, but this quantity is reduces to 1, so you do not have to write this. Why? Because psi is a normalized wave function. So here I have to remove this. Okay, no need to write this. Why? Because psi is a normalized wave function. So if I say that psi is normalized wave function, no need to write this also. Okay, so I have to remove this also. So now this is your expectation value of a momentum, sorry, expectation value of a position coordinate. Now next is what we have to do is we have to differentiate this quantity, differentiating with respect to the time, differentiating with respect to the time t. If you differentiate it with respect to the time t, this will be like d dt of expectation value of x. Okay, so here I will take del by del t, because psi is a function of two variable x and t, so that's why I have taken partial differentiation that on this side, and integration from minus infinity to plus infinity psi star x psi into dx. Okay, so how to write this? Now this differentiation can be written as, you have to write this will be written as like this. So psi minus integration from minus infinity to plus infinity, first upon we have to differentiate this quantity psi star, and then second term is your x into psi. So this will be del psi star divided by dt, okay, into xi, differentiation of first function, second function will remain same, plus first function will remain same, and differentiation of a second function, I have taken x outside, so this will be d psi by dt, okay, into dx. So this is the value of differentiation of expectation value of a position quantity. Okay, so suppose this is your equation number 1. So in this equation I have got this d psi star by dt and d psi by dt, so I have to substitute these two values here. Okay, so for this what I have to do is, I have to obtain the value of d psi star by dt and d psi by dt. Okay, so here we will go now. So according to the, so here you have to use Schrodinger's time dependent equation. According to the Schrodinger's time dependent, okay, there are two equations, time independent and time dependent. We have to take time dependent equation. So what is Schrodinger's time dependent equation? It is I h cross d psi by dt, that is equals to the minus h cross square divided by twice m d square psi divided by dx square plus v psi. So it is in one dimension, we have to take only one dimension because we are considering only position coordinate along x direction. Okay, so from this equation, what is the value of d psi by dt? This d psi by dt is equals to the, this will be equals to minus h cross square divided by twice m. This quantity will comes to this side, so this will be divided by I h cross d square psi divided by dx square plus v divided by I h cross into psi. Okay, so now what happens in this equation, if I have to multiply I upside and downside, what happens, this I and this I will be I square. What is the value of I square? Minus 1, minus minus plus. So this equation, okay, so here this equation you can write, okay, how to write this equation? This equation can be, and this h cross and this h cross square will get cancelled, so this will be I h cross, okay, I h cross divided by twice m del square psi divided by dx square plus v divided by I h cross into psi. Here it will be d psi by dt. Okay, so this is your equation number 2, and if you taking complex conjugate, you have to take complex conjugate of equation number 2. If you take complex conjugate of equation number 2, this will be d psi star by dt. Okay, if you take complex conjugate, what happens, this I, this term, okay, here it is I h cross, this will be converted into minus I h cross. Okay, imaginary term will take minus sign. This will be d square psi divided by dx square. Here it will be psi star, and this term will also again minus v divided by I h cross into psi star. So this is your equation number 3. Okay, So now this your equation number, this is your equation number 2 and this is your equation number 3. So we have to substitute this equation number 2 and equation number 3 into this your equation number 1. So here substitute the value of d psi star by dt and here substitute the value of d psi by dt. So in next we will substitute that. So here what is we have to find out? We have to find out the differentiation with respect to the time of expectation value of position quantity. This is equals to your, okay, this is equals to the, now what is your equation number 1? This is integration from minus infinity to plus infinity, okay, d psi star by dt. So take this integration from minus infinity to plus infinity. First what we have to substitute? We have to substitute the value of d psi star by dt. So what is the value of d psi star by dt from this equation number 3? Okay, this will be equals to minus I h cross divided by twice m, okay, divided by twice m, d square psi star by dx square, okay, d square psi star divided by dx square minus v into psi star divided by I h cross. Okay, what is the term multiplied to this is multiplied by x into psi. So this will be x into psi into dx. Okay, actually no need to write this, we will write that directly. Okay, I have to remove this, it is after that we will write it. So this is your first term. Okay, so now this is your first term you have obtained, this is your second term. Okay, what is second term? Psi star x into d psi by dt. So substitute this also, this will be here it is plus, okay, plus this will be take pen now, plus this will be psi star into x and substitute the value of d psi by dt. So what is the value of d psi by dt? I h cross divided by twice m d square psi, here it is psi, d square psi divided by dx square plus v psi divided by I h cross, okay, and then it is a dx. So if you multiply this xi to this complete bracket term, this psi star x to this term, this will be gives you the value integration psi star minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, so what happens, see here. So if you multiply this quantity and this quantity will be minus, and if you multiply this psi star x into this quantity will get a plus. So these two quantities will get cancel. Okay, so because these are the two same quantity and psi star psi and psi star they are commutative. So if you do this, what we have to remain is the, we will get these values equals to, first quantity will be minus I h cross divided by twice m d square psi star divided by dx square. Okay, and this second quantity will be into x into psi, this multiplication. Okay, plus this quantity will be I h cross divided by twice m. Okay, this will be psi star into x into, this will be d square psi divided by dx square into dx. Okay, so this, if you now in this equation, if I take this quantity outside, that is I h cross divided by twice m, if I take outside, this quantity is now your this quantity is your minus and this quantity is your plus. So I take plus quantity first and after that minus quantity. So this can be written as integration from minus infinity to plus infinity. I will take first positive quantity psi star x d square psi divided by dx square. Okay, and second quantity will be your, I take xi first, xi into d square psi star divided by dx square and its whole integration. So that's why dx, integration from minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, so in this equation, so x is common for both. Okay, so I have to take x outside. This can be written as I h cross divided by twice m, integration from minus infinity to plus infinity, x outside. This will be psi star d square psi divided by dx square minus psi into d square psi star divided by dx square into dx. Okay, so we'll go next now. Now this quantity, okay, so here we'll I have to explain you this quantity, okay, this quantity is a differentiation d dx of psi star d psi by dx, okay, minus psi into d square d psi by dx. Okay, so there will be a psi star. So here it is not there, here it will be a psi star. So that means if you integrate this quantity will come and differentiation will get cancelled. That I want to tell to you. So that this quantity is differentiation of this. Okay, differentiation of this, that we have to now remember. So I remove that portion. Okay, so you will get understood in next slide. So here we will take black ink, this is equals to sign. So next we will go for the next now. So what we have find out is expectation value of dx by dt. So what is your integration from minus infinity to plus infinity. X is your quantity outside and this quantity is nothing but the differentiation of a d dx of, what is the differentiation of what? Differentiation of psi star, differentiation of psi star d psi by dx, okay, minus psi into d psi star by dx into dx. Now this differentiation is look like integration of u into the v dx, differentiation by parts. If this is like that, then what is the differentiation? This will be u integration of v dx minus integration of du by dx into integration of v dx into dx. So what is u here? U is your, so in this equation this function is act as a u, this complete function act as a v. Okay, so if you substitute these values according to this equation, what we will get? We will get the equation like this. So this will give you expectation value dx by dt. This is equals to u integration from minus infinity to plus infinity, or you can write directly also, no, because this integration will get apply to this equation. So what is u here? U is your x. What is integration of v dx? This v and integration. If you integrate, this term will get, this term will remain same because differentiation will get cancelled after integration. So this will gives you the value psi star d psi by dx minus psi into d psi star by dx. And what is its upper limit? Upper limit plus infinity and lower limit minus infinity. And what is the second term? Second term will be integration from minus infinity to plus infinity du by dx. What is differentiation of x1? Then integration of v dx. Again that term will be same, psi star d psi by dx minus psi into d psi star divided by dx into dx, this integration. Now there is a condition that psi must vanish means 0, and their derivative also d psi by dx will also must vanish means 0, where at x tends to plus or minus infinity. When x is plus infinity, psi must be 0. When x is equals to minus infinity, d psi by dx is also equals to 0. That is the condition for wave function, well behaved wave function. If you substitute these values, what happens? This value will reduces to 0. Okay, so then what is the equation? Then your equation can be written as dx by dt, this is equals to, first term will be 0, then what is the second term? Second term will be minus. Okay, so, and what is outside? Outside quantity we have not written here. Actually it is I h cross divided by twice m. Here it should be I h cross divided by twice m. Here also it is I h cross divided by twice m, and here also I h cross divided by twice m. So if you substitute this value, this will be I h cross divided by twice m, and that minus sign, why I have taken minus? Because of this minus. Okay, into integration from minus infinity to plus infinity, and what is given? It is 1 into psi star d psi by dx. So this will be psi star d psi divided by dx minus, here it will be psi into d psi star by dx into dx. Okay, so this quantity I can write here. This will be, I can write 1 upon twice m. If you distribute this minus infinity to plus infinity, psi star, this quantity can be written as minus I h cross dou by dou x into psi. I can write this. Okay, and this quantity can be also write as, this will be write as, taking minus minus, this will be plus, so this will be plus, this minus minus will be plus, integration from, here it is dx, integration from minus infinity to plus infinity. First it will be the psi, and what is this? This will be I h cross, because minus minus will get plus, I h cross dou by dou x. Here it will be a psi star into dx. Okay, now this is your equation number 4. So this is your value of dx by dt. Okay, now what is expectation value of momentum? So expectation value of quantity momentum, expectation value of momentum. How to write the expectation value of momentum along x-axis? You have to take it along x-axis. Okay, so this is expectation value of momentum. This will be written as integration from minus infinity to plus infinity, psi star, operator of momentum, minus I h cross dou by dou x into psi into dx, right? Similarly, if you take complex conjugate, this will be also, this is the average measurement, so this quantity will also remain same. This will be integration from minus infinity plus infinity, this will be psi. If you take complex conjugate, this term will be plus I h cross dou by dou x, here it will be a psi star into dx. So what we have learned is from these two equation is that, so this quantity corresponding to the expectation value of px, this quantity also corresponding to the expectation value of px means momentum. So if you substitute these values in this equation, what we will get? We will get this expectation value, differentiation of expectation value of position coordinate is equals to 1 upon twice m in bracket. Here observe this first quantity is expectation value of momentum, this is also expectation value of the momentum. So I have to substitute this will be the expectation value of momentum plus expectation value of momentum, okay, is equals to, so what is this? This is the 2 times expectation value of a momentum divided by twice m. 2 will get cancel. So what we will get from this equation is that if you differentiate the expectation value of a position coordinate with respect to the time, we will get average momentum, expectation value of momentum divided by mass. So this is the proof for your first part of the Ehrenfest theorem. Okay, so hence this is your first part of your which theorem? Ehrenfest. Your Ehrenfest, first part of your Ehrenfest theorem. Okay, so thank you. Here we'll stop now, and after that we will derive the second part. So here we learn about what are the different steps in these equations. Actually it is very long equation, so I have take it in a part 1 and part 2. So observe that first we have taken the, for what we have taken the expectation value of this, then differentiating it with respect to the time, we have obtained the value of dx by dt. Then we have substituted the value of d psi star by dt, then d psi by dt by Schrodinger's equation. Okay, this equation 2 and 3 if you substitute, you will get these equations. Okay, and this potential term will get cancelled, these two quantities are remain. Then we have to arrange this equation in the form of d square psi by dx square and d square psi star by dx square. Taking x outside, this will be from this act as a u and this act as a v. Okay, so first term is act as a u, second term, then integrate it, then first term will get cancelled by condition that psi must vanish and its derivative also vanished at x tends to plus or minus infinity. So we'll remains with only second term. Then in second term, what we have to do is we have to rearrange it. So first term, these two terms are there in that second term. First term act as a first expectation value of momentum and second act as a expectation of value of momentum with the complex conjugate. Okay, so these two will gives you the, these two average moment of momentum, average expectation value of momentum, or average momentum, average measurement of a momentum quantity. So this two will get cancelled and we will get the Newton's law of motion from the quantum mechanics. So this is about your okay, this is about your Ehrenfest theorem, and we will stop now and we will continue this in a